It's Friday. I'm off work now.
Friday night, always a pretty tough night for me because I'm wore out from the week and I really just want to go home and have some junk food. So I'm gonna try a new recipe tonight, something to get me a little bit excited and you know, something I've never had before, and maybe something that'll keep me excited to cook and eat and keep me distracted from feeling like I need to just go binge on some junk food.
Says organic, free range, no antibiotics, pay like 3 times as much for it. Awesome. It's been a while since I've seen it this packed.
Seriously, I'm like, wait, is there like some sort of natural disaster I was not aware of?
Can't believe how packed it was in there. It's so busy. I've never seen it that busy. Maybe like Christmas time. There's this guy. Well, there's this pretty girl in line in front of me, and there's this guy in the line next to us, and he turns to her. Their line was moving a little quicker. He turns to her and offers to let her go first, and I think he had, like, you know, she had the same amount of stuff he did, and I said something about, you know, nice to be a pretty girl, and he immediately looks over at me and goes, do you want to go? And the guy's like, nah, man, you got the same amount of stuff I do, go ahead. But props to that guy, just for calling me out if he heard what I'm saying, which I'm sure he did. So props to that guy, good job. So, like I said, Fridays are real tough for me because I'm always kind of just, you know, like in relaxed mindset. Like it's time to just call it a week, and I've done my work, I've done my training, I've got, you know, the weekend's coming, the weekend isn't here yet, so it's like Friday night is kind of this like nebulous time for me, and I always just want to get like all the pizza, all the beer, Chinese food or something, whatever, just a bunch of junk food, stuff that I don't need. So in an attempt to combat that, I found a recipe that will fit my keto style diet. And I've never had it before, I've never made it before, so we're gonna go ahead and try it. And actually what I found is a Cajun chicken creamy spaghetti squash pasta. I found this recipe on Wicked Stuffed, and I'll definitely check the comment, or check the description. I'll put a link in the description, so definitely check down there if you want to make this. And I'm actually going to be tweaking the recipe a little bit. I like to find recipes and use them as like a guideline or a jumping off point, and then I kind of do my own thing based off of that. So this isn't really like a tutorial. I'm not gonna like show you how to make this recipe. I am just going to show you me making the recipe. Yeah. So I'm hungry, and let's get started. changing. I always use the recipe for the sauce called for like garlic salt. I always use fresh garlic when I can, so I use some fresh garlic here. And it's supposed to be made with summer squash, but Hy-Vee didn't have summer squash, so I got these two little yellow squashes, and I'm gonna turn them into noodles with this thing. You know, I have used this thing before, and it worked and created some delicious little veggie spaghetti noodles. Tonight, I don't know if it's this squash or this thing. It is being a pain in the ass. Don't let your sauce boil over. That's the worst. Don't let it. So when you're doing this, pay attention to the sauce, like I stopped doing. As this endeavor nears its end, I gotta say, it seems like it's gonna be okay, but it's gonna have to be really good for me to ever want to make it again. Well, it didn't quite go as I expected or planned, but that's okay, doesn't have to. The sauce didn't quite thicken the way I wanted it to, and the way the recipe said it would. It'll probably thicken more as it cools, but it was supposed to be thicker while it was still warm. Chicken turned out really well, I think. I'm excited about the chicken. And squash noodles are always a wild card. Sometimes they're really good. Sometimes they're kind of mushy and a little squashy. So, right now, we're about to take the first bite, and we're gonna find out. It's not bad. I don't know how good it is. Oh, it's good. It's good. I like it. I come back to, I probably would not do this recipe again. Maybe try something like it. You know, something a little different. Something cooking kept me distracted, so I wasn't sitting around watching TV with the munchies. So, yeah, on a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say this was like a 3 in terms of success. But I don't have anything else going on tonight. Didn't have much going on today, so that's going to be the end of today's vlog. So I'm getting this edit finished, and I kind of realized like it ended just kind of abruptly today, and I didn't really, I had a little something else to say because I wanted to talk about, sometimes we know stuff, but until somebody says it or we don't think about it, you know, it's not really
floating around our brain, not accessible to us as a skill. And so I felt the urge to say, like, when you have goals, when you set a plan in motion, it's not always as simple as setting those goals and going to meet those goals, because sometimes we have to overcome those goals, or we have to overcome obstacles, and a lot of times that obstacle is ourself and recognizing our own patterns. So that's kind of my thing is, you know, there's a lot of Friday nights where I get off work and I'm instantly like, I don't care, I'm getting a pizza, I'm getting some beer or whatever, and you know, I just go home and veg out on the couch all night because I'm beat from the week. So whatever your patterns are, try to recognize those, and if you have some that are run counterculture to your you know, your goals and your ideals, you need to then attack those and find strategies, ways to overcome those. And that's what you saw me do tonight, and that's I hope that seeing that maybe is more important than watching me cook some squash pasta and telling you whether or not it's good.